So yeah, putting this all into practice. Do you want to speak to this, Dave?
Yeah, so our best hope for this framework, and we are trying to kind of deliver this training to Surrey professionals, Mindworks professionals, and in schools as well. And Joe, you run a parent group that uses this framework as well. Is that we can use this framework as a shared language to set shared goals that meet a young person and family system where they're at. By doing so, that will facilitate compassion, curiosity, and partnership, and that's what evidence suggests gets good outcomes, and certainly our practice-based evidence is showing that for us. So use the stages to help set a plan between home and school, homeschool and professional, using the stages language and the associated practice or the things that help for that stage. It's really important to do this as part of an assess, plan, do, review process, and this is also helpful from a kind of statutory point of view in terms of what's expected of school professionals from the attendance or inclusion service. It is protective in terms of wider systemic pressures to be able to evidence your assessment of what the need is, maybe where a young person is on the stages framework, your plan, what actions are you taking to go from participation to motivation stage, evidence of doing it, including the parents doing what they have been asked to do, professionals contributing in whatever way is appropriate and possible, and then review. And as Joe's spoken to at earlier stages, that review needs to be very tight to help cultivate and protect a relationship and partnership. Yeah, and I think, Joe, do you want to add anything there around early investment or outcome focused?
I think just that we've spoken to really that if young people are in particularly those safety and participation stages, it's the more time we give things to really embed early on, the more chance that we've got of that change being sustainable, and the young person leading to long-term change in their situation. So just to really take it one step at a time and not to rush, and exactly that assess, plan, do, review process can help everybody involved feel confident that they are evidencing that change and they are evidence that working together for the various different pressures that we all feel going through this. And just that if we have young people that are in that inclusion collaborative stage, that we really pay attention to those stages, because quite often that can be when emotional based school non-attendance is first identified, and so really to do what we can and to really pay attention to those stages as much as we can, to try and help prevent things from getting to that more kind of entrenched long-term end of the spectrum, because things can get there very, very quickly and then they can stay there for a very long time. So just to always kind of keep that in mind.
A few resources related to EBSNA more generally across the Kearney spectrum, if you remember from the start. So do have an explore of the Surrey Local Offer EBSNA page. It's a really helpful central directory of key terms, services that can be supportive. There's also some templates for support plans on that page. The EBSNA Padlet, this is a kind of digital resource bank, has lots of different downloadable files and documents that you can browse under different headings and categories. I've put in a 5 examples at the bottom of this slide of some of my favorite activities from the Padlet. So like mapping the landscape of fear and ideal school and drawing the ideal self. These are all my favorite resources to use with young people to be curious around their lived experience or their best hopes for themselves. And finally, from me, do check out the Mindworks website, kind of central place to explore the many and varied mental health professionals that might be relevant at different stages of the participation framework, whether that's kind of school-based needs professionals or members of the Surrey Wellbeing Partnership. Lots of different options and opportunities for helpful professionals to join a homeschool partnership in this area.
Mhm. Particularly, I think when we're thinking about a particular shared goal that may need some short-term intervention support.